not really like it.
Flavor.
The Capricorn flavor.
Well, we have a lot of people here, so I think we can proceed to the signing portion.
I will let you
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Tosha, would you address the upheaval in the economic environment, and if you have any insight into possible potential future consequences to the people who have stolen all this money?
It's so interesting how the question comes from like younger. From the wall. Yeah, from the book. No, I'm not sure any simple thing to say about that, except that what I have found, I have a lot in the book on the topic of money. I'm a Capricorn, so I've thought about this topic. This is the one part that makes me like Capricorn, because I really think of money as energy, and that the different ways that we relate to it are very tied to the mental ideas that we bring to it. So let me simply say that, to keep it, I don't know, I think that there's many people and so many people that have seats and everything, that's the simplest way I can put it, is that look at the stuff in this book. There's several chapters, a couple of the chapters are really strongly about finances, money. Some of them really relate to the current chaos, and you'll get my opinion on it, which will probably make you laugh while they also make you say something.
So economically, we should buy your book?
Yeah, that's the essence of it. Yes.
Would you like a fortune?
Oh, yeah. You told the perfect line.
I know. I don't have on my glasses.
Okay.
You will soon bring joy to someone dear to you.
Yeah. That was good. Yep.
Maybe other members of the audience know you better or have followed you in the Examiner, but I was wondering if you could talk a bit about how you went from somebody who went to all those Hebrew school classes and got mitzvahs to a person who is so in love with the divine, because there's plenty of you who went to Hebrew school who wound up abandoning the divine.
Yeah, that's for
So
sure.
I wonder, how you blossomed into the spiritual parsa.
That's interesting. That is really interesting. Well, I partly think, honestly, because I had 6 rabbis in my family, I was going to kind of go one way or the other. Like, I was either going to go become a rabbi, which I actually considered when I was maybe 6 years old, or I was just going to go to sort of what you're describing. I kind of left everything for many years. But, part of what happened, and I think a number of people here do know me from the yoga community, is I really did fall in love with various forms of yoga, and Vinyasa yoga too, and Ashtanga yoga, and Hatha yoga, and yoga, and this thing emerges that sort of became like the spirituality outside of the form of religion, and especially with yoga, so much of it became the embodiment inside the body. Like, it wasn't this abstraction of a whole bunch of rules to follow. It became, there's this living chi, there's this force that you can contact through yoga, through Tai Chi, through all these things, and then in many ways, I kind of get into this in the book too. It's like, Wow, that was great. It sort of relates to what was happening in the book, which is that I think the more you dive into that energy, for some people I think religion works very well, but for me it didn't. But when you dive into that personal divine, for me a lot of it was coming out of yoga. It's really like meeting a person you love. The more you engage with it, the more it gives itself to you. And it was like developing a relationship to an unfolding energy. And so I think that's really how it happened, and it was so, I'm really so pragmatic as a person that the more I did it, the happier I became, so I thought, why should I stop? Like, why, if I'm just sort of shut down and bitter about all the rules and regulations I got taught, which I was for a little while in my 20s, it wasn't bringing happiness. So I just open to this, and what I really like about this personal divine is no one can really tell you how to do it. I love that. You know, if you're sort of, I seem to attract all these natural rebels. The rebels really like me. And no one tells you, you know, oh, no one gets to say, you must say the prayer this way, and if you say it and you're, you know, terrible things will happen. You know, even the prayers that are in the book, they're really just like how they came into my head. You could take them all, and somebody wrote me, and he said, I took all the prayers in the book, and I chopped them up, and I made them all into my own words, and I hope you're not offended. And I'm like, I'm so happy. Like, you made it your own, you know. I hope that answers it.
Any more questions? Yes, ma'am. Well, we have Don't Call Me Ma'am buttons. Oh, a ma'am is not what I am. So make sure you grab your buttons and stickers. I'm going to bring Tosha over here to sign the book so she can have a little table to sit on. We do have lots of books for sale at the front register if you want to grab one. And then we'll just kind of line up down the hallway there. So Tosha can spend some time with you guys, sign your books for you. Tosha, thank you so much. You're welcome.
Hey, anyone who came late, there's sake, there's fortune cookies, there's other things. Come up to the table, you'll find all that stuff.
Hi, thanks for your